Do people even do beta reviews? Alright, we're changing the meta. What's going on, guys? How you doing? My name is Pone. If you enjoy terrible humor and even worse gameplay, click that subscribe button. It's free. So, Garden Warfare 2, what's changed? What's coming? We know about this player loyalty program that's out there now. Lots of cool information has hit the surface. So it's time to sit back and talk a little bit about what's changing and what's coming in Garden Warfare 2. Kind of a review / combination of the future. And it's going to be a pretty awesome ride. So guys, fasten your seatbelts, tuck in your napkins, dinner is served. Number one, a lot of question people ask me, is this game going to be full price? Yes, the game is going to be full price. Traditional $59.99 USD as expected. The DLC and expansions for this game are going to be free. There's no season pass, nothing like that. So content that comes out over time beyond the base release will be free to the public. Great thing to happen, and I think that's an approachable, respectful thing to do. Next up, that player loyalty program. Is it a good one too? So this delicious piece of information is going to allow us that played in year one, the original Garden Warfare, to roll over our character variants. You're talking about your Toxic Peas and everything like that will come over to Garden Warfare 2, which is exciting because, you know, you spent a lot of time and effort into grinding those out, and the fact that they can roll over is a great thing to throw into your loyalty program. There's only 4 of them being withheld from the transfer, and I believe that's like Chester Chomper, the Citrus Cactus, things that were part of the promotional deals. There's only 4 of those, no big deal. And I believe even things like gestures and stuff roll over. Cosmetic items, I'm not too sure about. I've heard quite a few different stories. We're just going to have to wait on that. Another thing of the player loyalty program is that depending on your rank, you're going to be allotted a few different packs, and if you hit max rank of 313, you will be given a unicorn chomper. Look at it, and all of its beautiful glory. It's so cool. Yeah, that's right. Max rank is going to reward you a unicorn chomper. Something worth noting is for those that do not have max rank, you still have a lot of time to get this. I believe this promotional thing where you can transfer over your characters and everything like that, and grinding for the unicorn, will last up until February of 2017. So if you're not quite max rank yet, you still have a whole year to get that done. Now, another thing worth mentioning is that in year 2, the kind of roles have been reversed. Now, the zombies are kind of on the defensive. They've introduced weeds and bots. So now, the whole weeds are pretty much what like the brown coats and the summoned AI zombies were in the previous Gardens and Graveyards. And now, you have the herbal assault where the plants are on the offensive, and I think that's cool, the fact that you can juggle the two and alternate back and forth. It adds to the story, but it's also just really cool to see them used in various different roles, and that's kind of exciting in my honest opinion. I like that they've thrown that in there to add more depth to the game. Outside of that, split screen is now a thing, and the party system was overhauled. Now, if you guys know about the party system in the original Garden Warfare, it was pretty much non-existent. It was not very good, executed poorly, and for a game that's so much about playing with friends, it was pretty hard to do that. And they've definitely done a great job at making it a thing where you can join on your friends and deal with it in the hub and everything like that. So that's a really cool thing that they added. It's kind of a necessity, to be fair. So the fact they fixed that, good job. Next up, the split screen. Now, I do not believe you can split screen couch play with friends online. I do believe that you can play with up to 4 buddies and you can play against AI. So if you want to share the experience with your kids, your wife, your spouse, your loved ones, your very extremely skilled gaming dog, whatever, that availability is now finally there. And for a game that's so approachable to all the ages and boys and girls alike, I really do think that that's a great thing. Too many games nowadays, split screen has been stripped from the experience, and that's sad. They're trying to push people to buy multiple consoles and multiple types of the game, and I approve when games do something like this. So that's great. The marketing, incredible. Another thing worth mentioning, there's 12 new maps added to the game. There are 3 new playable characters for each side and over 100 variants available in Garden Warfare 2. So there's going to be lots to grind for. The experience system has been overhauled as well. It's an entirely new system put together. And I really think they did a good job so far. Obviously, a full review of the game will be out shortly after the launch in February. But from what I experienced in the beta, it was an incredible taste of what is to come. And I honestly loved it. I loved that the variants were different. I like that there are now alternatives for classes that were somewhat hindered in different areas. For example, the Chomper was always the Chomper. He couldn't be used at all with range. And now you have the Yeti Chomper as a variant we could test that could go ahead and just lob snowballs like you're seeing on your screen right now. Hitting up there at the palm tree. He's going for some coconuts or something. I don't know, man. Hungry Chompers are hungry. And what I like so much about that whole approachability there. You see that with the captain, too. I mean, he's got the shark and whatnot that can attack in close quarters, or the scatter shot, and he can do ranged sniping as well. So now that classes are not completely useless in certain ranges, I think that's a good play. With the abilities at your disposal and everything, that's just going to add to a more competitive experience in the end. So that's what I truly feel is so cool about it. But that, for the most part, is what I know that is coming out in Garden Warfare 2. The major differences between the two, obviously the new characters, the gameplay mechanics are a little bit different. Like I said, there are different ways to play. One thing worth noting, though, and this was the only issue I had with the beta, and, well, this is pretty much a guaranteed expectancy with any beta, is there were some pretty overpowered and underpowered characters. Some of them are well-balanced, some of them were underpowered, some of them were overpowered, and some of just the variants themselves were stronger than the others, and it was a little obvious in some situations, like with the Imp, the Cactus here. The Zen Cactus was just way too strong. It scaled way too hard. Maybe 5 extra damage instead of 10 extra damage per shot. Maybe a slower reload or something. But in the end, if they work out those balances, you're going to have a very, very strong game. I can't wait to play it personally. I've already pre-ordered my copy, and I'll be giving away some of these games to you guys in the future, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching. That's basically the changes between Garden Warfare 2 and Garden Warfare 1, the ones that are worth noting in my opinion. So if any of you guys have any questions or anything to add to this, leave it in a comment down in the section below. Take care, guys.